Let's not go jumping to any conclusions here.
I live with him, Lois. He says that he loves me. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
What you can't do is start flinging around wild accusations. That'll only make him furious, especially if we're wrong.
And then what? He'll never forgive me? I will never forgive him if this is true.
Neither will I. But we have nothing concrete to go on.
Except for what I heard.
Except for what your interpretation of what you heard is, okay? Until we know that there is something to it, you need to pay closer attention to what's going on around here.
What do you mean, like spy on him?
Unless you want to pretend like none of this ever happened.
I can't.
Okay. Well, then here are your choices. You can either confront him with what may or may not be true and lose his trust, or you can keep your ears and your eyes open. Either way, you need to find out the truth.
Hi. Thought you were tied up in L&B business all day.
I am, kinda. Tied up in knots.
What's wrong?
Use a hug.
I can do that. Okay. Now, do you want to tell me why?
I really don't.
I think you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't come all the way over here. It's subliminal. Believe me.
Nah, it's just business. I can handle it.
This is beginning to smell like Sonny Corinthos.
See, the last thing I want is you jump into conclusions.
But, am I wrong? Okay, what if I promise not to say I told you so?
This isn't funny.
No, it's not. And what's especially unfunny is you keeping things from me. Now, I thought we agreed that neither one of us would do that.
Look, it's probably nothing even serious. Brenda's just a little freak. She overheard a conversation between Sonny and an old friend of his, Harry Silver, about business.
Tell me. Tell me.
Something about collections coming up short. Skimming. Illegal betting on the horses. It sounds like some guy named Burns was shorting Harry, and he went to Sonny. Brenda doesn't know whether it was for advice or for orders.
I see.
This is very upsetting to me, Ned. I mean, I'm caught between my personal feelings for Sonny and for Brenda and my responsibility to L&B.
And Brenda's safety. And yours.
No, because whatever Sonny is into, he would never endanger me or Brenda.
Maybe not intentionally. Lois, you have got to unload him. It is the only way.
No. You know what? We've been here before, Ashton. You're trying to run the show again.
No, I'm not. Just sit down. I want to explain something to you. I would never, first of all, interfere with your business. You've had success with this company that leaves me in awe.
Thank you.
However, this goes far beyond L&B Records. There's an element here that I don't think you're considering.
Which is what?
I'm an artist on this label. I also happen to be married to one of the partners. Now, that connects me with Sonny Corinthos in two very significant ways. If it turns out that Sonny is doing what you suspect that he is doing, we will all be compromised, Lois. Not just you, not just Brenda, but me. And my position at ELQ, and my family. We will all be brought to our knees. Do you think I should just stand by and let that happen?
No. And neither do I. But there's no proof.
I'll get proof.
No, Ashton, no. Look, please, it's too premature, all right? I promise you, I will pursue this, okay? But I need to know you're gonna trust me to make the right decisions, okay?
Brenda. Brenda.
I'm okay.
I know. People disagree, fights happen. We cannot let that take away from everything that's good about us, right? Good, because I love you too much to let you get happy.
Mac, do me a favor. Meet me in my dressing room after the number.
Sure, what's up?
I have some very interesting stuff on
Oh,
Sunday.
come on.
We'll see you inside.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual General Hospital Nurses Ball. I am so excited to tell you that you have an absolutely wonderful evening ahead of you. But before we begin, I hope that we can all just take a moment to remind ourselves why we are here. There is a tragic and horrible epidemic that's stalking our country, and it's called AIDS. And we are losing so many friends and relatives and loved ones to it. But we are here tonight to reaffirm that we are not giving up. And all of you should be very, very proud of yourselves for participating in helping to eradicate or at least stop the spread of AIDS and HIV. And that's why all the benefits from tonight's ball go to the General Hospital AIDS program. Outreach, education, research, and treatment. And if we may, I would like to take a moment to recognize the compassion and tireless efforts of the General Hospital doctors, nurses, administrative staff, and support staff there. God bless you all. And I also feel that I'm compelled. That would be the word that springs to mind. I am compelled to introduce a person who's made a rather special contribution, a man who underwrote our ball, Mr. Damian Smith. And now, I have predicted that this year's ball will break all fundraising records, and I know that you guys aren't going to let me down. Thanks.
Don't be too sure, Lucy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored tonight with the presence of a woman whose courage has had a profound impact on all our lives, Mrs. Jean White.
I'm very pleased to be here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. 5 years ago, this last April, the Whites lost their son Ryan to AIDS. He had hemophilia, and he received the HIV virus from a contaminated blood clotting product. But throughout his illness, he stayed so optimistic and positive. And it's that attitude that the Ryan White Foundation tries to pass on to other teenagers and their families. Because no matter how long it takes, we are not going to give up hope. And because knowledge is power, the foundation wants everyone to educate themselves about the illness and to warn their teenagers about their own mortality and to teach them ways to minimize their exposure to AIDS and HIV. And most of all, to not be fearful of people with AIDS, because they truly need our compassion and kind understanding.